Bctv local and African news summary for Friday, October 3rd. President Joseph Boakai has accepted the resignation of Associate Magistrate Designate William Bctv of the Painesville Magisterial Court. The IMF says Liberia's program performance is what it called broadly satisfactory, with 5 of 6 targets met, and is immediately releasing $26.5 million United States dollars extended credit facility. Amnesty International is urging Algerian authorities to address what it calls protesters' legitimate demands following deadly protests. The executive mansion in Monrovia has confirmed that President Joseph Boakai has accepted the resignation of Associate Magistrate Designate William Bctv of the Painesville Magisterial Court. In his letter to the president, Mr. Bctv expressed gratitude for the appointment but said he was stepping aside to continue his legal studies at the Louis Arthur Grimes School of Law. He explained the decision was made in good faith to avoid public misconceptions and distractions from ongoing judicial reforms. President Boakai thanked Mr. Bctv for his service. The resignation of Mr. Bctv followed a massive citizens' outcry of perceived nepotism. The father of Mr. Bctv is the Chief Justice of Liberia, Yami Bctv, who some have accused of pulling strings to give his son preferential treatment by appointing him as Associate Magistrate in Painesville. Liberia's Ministry of Health has convened senior officials in partner institutions in Kakata to strengthen coordination and improve Liberia's health system. The intersectoral meeting brought together representatives from the Ministry of State for Presidential Affairs, Finance and Development Planning, and the General Auditing Commission to focus on accountability, efficiency, and resilience. Deputy Health Minister for Policy and Planning, Attorney Malaya Chio, said the goal is to build stronger collaboration and create operational systems that are streamlined, responsive, and effective in supporting service delivery worldwide. The International Monetary Fund, the IMF, has completed its Article 4 consultation and second review of Liberia's 40-month extended credit facility. The decision allows for an immediate disbursement of about $26.5 million United States dollars, bringing total support so far to nearly $79.4 million United States dollars. The IMF said Liberia's program performance to restore macroeconomic stability, reduce debt vulnerabilities, preserve financial stability, and strengthen governance was what it called broadly satisfactory, with 5 of 6 targets met. Growth is expected at 4.6% in 2025 and 5.4% in 2026. Driven by mining and agriculture. The IMF praised reforms to cut deficits, strengthen reserves, and fight corruption, but urged continued revenue mobilization, stronger banking oversight, and deeper governance reforms to sustain stability and reduce poverty. You're listening to the Bctv News Summary. At least 2 people have been killed as anti-government protests in Morocco entered a 5th day. State media says police opened fire when demonstrators tried to storm a police station near Agadir. The youth-led Gen Z protests, the largest in years, are fueled by anger over corruption, poor schools and hospitals, and government spending on World Cup projects. Unrest has spread across several cities, with hundreds arrested and dozens injured. Amnesty International has urged authorities to address what it calls protesters' legitimate demands for social and economic rights. And finally, Reuters reports that South Africa has condemned Israel's interception of the global Samud flotilla, which included Nelson Mandela's grandson among its activists, calling it a grave violation of international law. President Cyril Ramaphosa said the action in international waters breaches an International Court of Justice order requiring unimpeded humanitarian aid to Gaza. South Africa has already taken Israel to the ICJ, accusing it of genocide in the war on Gaza, allegations that Israel has strongly denied. Before joining the flotilla, Mandela compared Palestinian life under occupation to conditions worse than apartheid, a comparison Israel rejects. The weather forecast for Friday, October 3rd in Robertsport's Grand Cape County, southwestern Liberia. Expect showers in the morning with thunderstorms developing in the afternoon. High near 84 degrees and rain chances are around 70%. The currency exchange is 182 Liberian dollars to one United States dollar. To summarize, President Joseph Boakai has accepted the resignation of Associate Magistrate Designate William Bctv of the Painesville Magisterial Court. The IMF says Liberia's program performance is what it calls broadly satisfactory, with 5 of 6 targets met, and is immediately releasing $26.5 million United States dollars extended credit facility. And Amnesty International is urging Algerian authorities to address what it calls protesters' legitimate demands following deadly protest. That's the Bctv news summary up to the minute.